So where do most bloggers get their leads? Hey guys, Chef Katrina here, and I found this to be a very fascinating article and some research that I was doing on exactly where do most leads take place inside of a blog post, right? Because we talk about creating content, we talk about socializing, we talk about syndication of it, but exactly if you're looking to generate a profit with your blog, where are the leads happening? Where are they taking place in your blog? So I read a really interesting article by my good friend and mentor, Fernie Ceballos. And in here, he actually talks about like the heat mapping of how people are actually looking at your blog and also on social media. So this first image here is actually one on Facebook. So it kind of shows you where the people are looking in terms of how they're reading their Facebook page. And you can kind of see the right-hand side, the sidebar that even we see here is typically ignored, right? It becomes something called banner blindness, okay? So we really don't see what's going on all over the place. But there's a really nice heat signature right here, like they're looking above and they're coming down and they're reading usually what's on that first part of the post. So when they looked at a blog post, and this is one that was done, it kind of reads exactly how we expect it, right? We're going to read the title, we're going to take a look at the very beginning, maybe the date, maybe the header, and we kind of go right into the content. So you can see here the beginning content is really important. It needs to be the eye grabber, the catcher, the most, where some of the meat of the blog post is going to take place. And as we scroll down, we can kind of see it starts to diminish a little bit. This is what I call the skimmer syndrome, right? Where we kind of just skim down to like the next segment. So we may not be reading all of it. May kind of be able to get to this point and be like, I'm kind of done. Which typically, I think if you see here, this is the fold of the page. So this is what typically, if you're looking at the page right here, this would be the first part of the page. Maybe you scroll down a little bit in here. So you've done like a one scroll type of a thing. And then at that point, we're typically rolling down towards the bottom, right? This is where a lot of the big engagement comes, is right here towards the bottom, which is why in this blog post, we talk about the importance of the PS, right? Because we want to get eyeballs on the offer. So if you're going to look at presenting an offer and where your leads come from, your leads are going to come from, well, two places. They're going to come from the first one, which is inside the content itself. So you really want to make sure that you have hyperlinks, places for them to click on to get more information, because that's going to let them know that it flows within the content. The second place, and one that I stress a lot in this blog post, is the PS section of a blog. The PS section, typically, if you're a skimmer, you're reading this, you're like, okay, and then you kind of skim down. Oh, 2 traffic sources, okay, you're like, ooh, okay, so 2 traffic sources, all right, that's kind of cool. And then you scroll down, here's the video that you're kind of watching right now that's going to show up there. Scroll down, it's like, okay, ooh, PS, and they're going to read the PS because it's the last thing they see on here. So typically they're reading the first and the last, not necessarily always the middle. So it's always a good idea to have lead magnets or a way for people to opt into different leads. You'll see this is the one right here for me on my PS. Call to action with a click here more to get that. But the PS does tend to be a very strong place for you to get those additional leads. They may not see what's going here on the side. They may be completely blind to it because it just seems overwhelming and crazy. But if you can get hyperlinks in here for offers also, or to get onto your list, that's another great place in which you can use your blog to start generating more leads and get some better conversions. And the other reason I talk about conversions is because when you get them on as a lead, when you write your emails, another little trick is to make sure you have a PS on your emails, because that typically helps with getting people back to the sales page and making that offer. So I hope you guys found this valuable. If you did, go ahead and give this a like and share it out with on your favorite social media site. Also, if you've got some insight on this one or if this was helpful, please leave a comment down below. And if you guys would like to learn more about blogging, head over to bloggingingredients.com, where I do a free video training on really the tips and tricks on how to start building your blog today in the next 5 minutes. Thanks guys for joining me. Again, my name is Chef Katrina, and we'll see you on the next training video.